In 3, 2, 1. Welcome everyone to the one person that's watching this. I don't know why I was super pumped about that.
We are enthusiastic. We love this podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 4th episode of the Law of Attraction podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Brian Epen. This is...
And I'm Dana Jordan, and I have something new, a surprise for you. One of my dear friends, he created a new song recently, and let's see if this works.
Well, if you're going to play the song, at least skip to...
Oh, you have to listen to all of it. We have to commentate, okay? We have to commentate on... Okay, where do you want to skip to?
About 30 seconds in. So if you guys didn't know, I produce music on... this is like all I promote. I produce music as Atlas Noir. That's spelled backwards. But, yeah, I do that. And I put out a remix on Friday for one of my friends. And it's out now on all major platforms and DSPs. I can't hear you singing or anything, Daniel. Is your mic muted? Oh, wow. Okay, now I can hear something. He's just zoning out. Can you not hear me anymore? This is very, very awkward. Daniel. You have to cut all of this out, man. He's not listening. Oh my gosh, I'll call this fool real quick. I'm literally going to call him on air. Welcome to the Law of Attraction. We don't really do a lot of things that are important, but when we do.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I can't hear you either, man.
It's okay.
Okay, well, this is on air. We have to wait for it because they can't hear shit either.
I'll just turn it off. Okay, we're good. Never mind. Sorry.
Nice shout.
I was vibing for a second.
You have to cut that shit out.
Okay.
So, you tried the self promo. You tried.
It's okay. What do you want to start off with? Well, we'll put the link in description for that song. I don't know why I'm pointing down. I might be down.
I'll send you the link, yeah.
Yeah, too.
It's going to be down there.
How I do this, since I have a 16 by 9 or 12 by 9. I have a ultra wide aspect monitor, so when it goes up on YouTube, it's a really weird aspect ratio.
Well, either way, whatever it is, we'll make it work.
What do you want to start off with?
I guess we can start with. Do you want to pull up that article of the new 2 Series coupe?
What?
The new 2 Series coupe.
Did you not look at the doc? I don't have 2 Series coupe at all in the doc.
Fam, which doc are you on?
The very bottom of the one that you originally sent. I updated.
Oh shit! You got a whole different section out here.
Yes.
God damn.
I actually put effort in this week.
You did a lot. This motherfucker went crazy. I didn't even read any of this.
So
let's start with the Mercedes S-Class then. What we got here?
Mercedes S-Class, the new, what is it, 2022, 2021?
I don't know what model. So some people are going 22, some people are going 21. Depends.
I'll just put up. Okay, everything disappeared for a second. Hey,
you want to go ahead and share your screen of whatever the new S-Class is going to look like? So I know we talked about it a little bit.
That's what I was trying to do.
Should have share screen options.
Tab over here. Close that out. Share screen. Share screen. Screen.
We really suck at preparing for these.
Hey. Oh.
Ta-da! Full screen.
I want to make you bigger. Oh.
Yeah. In the meantime.
I like how I get closer to the screen to look in. I'm just like Okay, well that's not working, so I'm just gonna go full screen on this and throw this in the corner. So let's reload that because that's
disgusting.
Totally failed.
Hindustan Times, no surprise.
Wow, good job, auto industry or whatever you are.
India. No surprise.
I don't like that link. Let's go to a car and driver because I want to actually add photos.
Yeah, we need some good pictures for this one.
So the 2021 Mercedes-Benz S-Class.
Pop open the gallery real quick and we'll go through everything.
Okay. Flagship.
This is obviously, everyone knows the S-Class. It's like, the pinnacle of the pinnacle.
It is the Yeah, they've been around for about 116 years. But the S-Class name only started appearing on the cars, and I want to say late 1980s. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
1980s was the first S-Class name, but before that, all the way back into I think 1912, if I'm not mistaken, uh, Mercedes launched the something S name, German name,
Yeah, that's fair.
and
I mean, whatever it is, it's like it's just
yes,
it makes sense.
yes,
But the S class, what I always kind of found funny about these flagship models, they're effectively guinea pig cars because it's these cars that all the technology gets put into, and then
yes.
after that, the good stuff gets trickled down, and the rest of it just kind of gets faded away or not used anymore.
My favorite thing are the. Did you hear? Did you read a little bit about it about the headlights?
Yeah. What's with that digital light system? What's that about?
So the digital light system is, think of it as a projector headlights. Like our cars, they're the halogen reflectors. Newer cars have the projector system, which is a light bulb inside of a projector housing, which projects on the road.
Right.
This is kind of like a computer projector. So it uses I'm trying to see what it
Hmm.
is. It has a digital light system with 1.3 million pixels. So their onboard cameras in front of the I saw a demonstration but Mercedes put out a couple of years ago. There's a sensor in the windshield, looks and scans the road in front of you, and if it sees a car, it will actually put a black box around the car. So you can have the high beams on, full advance, and then this black box will just follow the car.
That's kind of weird, but ingenious in a way.
Because like if you ever been in front of like a computer projector and doing a presentation, if there's a black box, you can stand there and you can look straight out, and the light bulb's not blinding you.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay,
They
that's actually cool.
also did some other trickery since it's so high resolution. You can technically play a movie through it due to government regulations. Good luck trying to do that. Someone might be able to like hack into it one time, but I saw they had ideas of projecting things on the road. So if you're someone's on the side of the road, they want to cross, and the driver is nice enough to stop, they can actually illuminate a sidewalk in the street so that people can see, hey, they just made a sidewalk for me. I can walk across it. They acknowledge I'm there. Let me
That's
see if I can
actually,
find it.
I just don't know where that technology. I mean, like that sounds cool and all, but I feel like that would have to be a known technology, like and very commonplace for it to actually be effective. Because like even up till recently, people didn't really understand collision warnings and lane departure warnings and all that, because those are all just noises that pop up. People don't know what that's about. So it really depends on how well it's implemented um, by other manufacturers, and if it's available. You're probably not gonna be able to find anything about it right now. I mean, what else this car got? This car's got
It has everything. I cannot
it
see
does
the
have
crosswalk.
everything. I mean, I'm just looking at the spec list. 31 speaker, 4D surround sound system by Burmester.
Yep.
Um, it says 4D motors to enhance bass feel, which is kind of like what you expect.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
geez.
So I was able to pull up the YouTube clip about
What is
it.
this from 2016?
This is from 2016.
Jeez,
So
they've been working
this
on this for a
technology's been
while.
out for a while. So you can actually like project a crosswalk on the street.
Oh wow.
Um,
So it's effectively just more delicate LED control.
yes.
Okay.
Um, Sadly, due to government regulations in the United States, we will not be able to get this technology. BMW's had a system like this, and I'm pretty sure Mercedes has, Audi has.
I'm
Most,
not surprised that the Americans can't because Americans are dumb and they probably use this for the wrong reasons anyways.
no, but we have regulations that you cannot have constant adjusting headlights in the United States. Even though we have self-leveling headlights, they don't have beam detection headlights.
Oh, okay.
Currently on, I want to say the 7 Series, the A8, some of the high-end German vehicles in Europe right now, they have, say, 8 light bulbs or 8 projector housings, and it will turn off one bulb or another one. This one will go a little bit more in depth, like you can use it for navigation. And this will just, that one will turn off individual streams of bulbs. This one will actually make a box and follow you around it.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Just looking at what else this thing has. I
Yeah,
mean,
I want to talk to you about that. The 4D surround system. What is your thoughts on that. You're an audiophile. What's your
Yeah,
thoughts on motors in the seats to amplify the bass sound or the bass feel and frequencies?
that depends on how it's used and if it's done, because it's like I feel like I feel like a lot of S class owners might not want that if this is like, a lot of people get chauffeured in these cars. So I don't know if a driver is necessarily going to want their butt shaking every time they're in a car when their passengers are listening to music. I understand the whole concept behind it.
I
I
wouldn't. I don't think people get chauffeured in the S class. Some do. If you wanted to get chauffeur in a car, it would be the next car we'll probably talk about. But this is
Yeah,
a business executive or not. People are younger are getting richer sooner, whether that's YouTube or stocks or something.
yeah, but an S
Someone
class
our
is the
age
first
could
car
lease
a
a car
lot of
like this
people
for
go to.
$1,000 a month
A lot of people don't go to an S class first. I mean, some people do, and good for them.
because that's the pinnacle of luxury right there. Mercedes flagship vehicle is the S class.
That's true. But again,
People
I
know that.
mean, this is just for the 4-door S class. If they do like, I'm sure they're still doing the coupes. So if the coupes
Uh,
have something like this, that might be different because those feel like more like driver's cars. I feel like
uh,
if you have S class money, then you're probably going to have like an actual utilitarian car too, not just have the S class. Depends on the person. I don't know what buyers are like nowadays, and I don't really
yeah.
care, quite frankly. But to have 4D motors to vibrate and enhance bass feel, or what some people do, they get aftermarket subs put under their seats. Like for seats that have a lot of clearance, like the G63, I've seen a lot of people get their G63s done with a subwoofer in an enclosure directly under their seat. So it kind of
Yes,
creates the same effect.
but
Maybe the
this is a
4D motors
leased
or whatever are a bit
vehicle.
more. Sorry, go ahead.
This is going to be a leased vehicle for, I would say, 60% of the buyers of this vehicle are going to lease it.
That's true.
They're not going to want to spend the extra money or risk retrofitting their starting. I don't know. Starting at
96K.
96,000 to 110,000 estimate starting price. That's for the US spec, which only so far only two models, all sedans. Either the turbocharged 3 liter or the twin turbo V8.
Well, another thing to think about, especially, and this is like more of a general car audio thing that I've kind of like realized. Um, for car audio to sound good, it has to have space, right? If you think about it, every car is kind of built to a similar standard, aside from maybe like the length of the car. The width of the car stays the same
Yes.
because sound has to travel for it to develop. A lot of low frequencies have to travel a good amount of distance for them to develop. That's why a lot of people have their subs in the trunks of their cars or really far away from the rest of their system. So it has plenty of time to develop that wave. And once it reaches to the front of the cabin, it sounds different, right? So having more speakers is cool and all. Having 31 speakers and this whole 4D surround sound is cool. But at the end of the day, there's a certain limit as to how good an audio system can sound in a car.
Yeah, like
Because
I was talking last week, the audio system in my 3 Series is quite trash. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's pretty good. It's just that center speaker, um, either the plastic and the positioning of the speaker itself causes vibration. Something went wrong. These are metal enclosings. Burmester sound system. I've never heard bad things with that one. Listen to high-end BMW sound systems. They sound nothing like the base models. So I can only imagine that they put more time and effort into this system itself.
I mean, of course, because your car is MSRP 40, 45K, right?
48.
48, yeah, and this one's like literally double
This
that.
one's twice the price.
Exactly. So I feel like things like that, especially creature comforts, which is what the S class has built itself off of.
Yes.
Obviously, like looking at the numbers, the S500 has 420 horsepower and 384 pound-feet of torque. It's got enough to move the car. It's going to be a heavy car with all the sound deadening and all that.
Yes.
And so it's got enough power, but it's not like a powerhouse. Like that's like comparable numbers to like.
It's not an AMG.
Yeah,
We
it's
don't
not
have
an AMG.
AMG information yet.
Of course, and I'm sure those will be developed later on. The S580, which is kind of weird. I mean, it looks like they're kind of changing the numbers because most of the time it used to be like an S550 and S600, and then like, you know, the AMG
Chilling with
and
the
the AMG
times,
variants.
changing numbers. It just different ways to differentiate it.
Of course.
I absolutely love this interior. Clean, minimalistic, modern. Because BMW did, or not BMW, Mercedes did those round vents. I love that little square vents, the design.
I do
One
like the
thing,
square vents. One thing I don't love though, if you look right by the steering wheel, how they slab the tack on, how they slab that digital display on. I don't like how it kind of protrudes out like that. I feel like they could have done something better there.
they could have, but I like how they kept it very symmetrical all the way around, the ambient lighting. The thing I don't like is that center display.
Really,
I
I thought that kind of drew the two sides together. Honestly.
I like physical buttons in my vehicle. I've driven a Tesla Model 3.
Oh,
I've
I
driven
agree.
a
I
Tesla
agree.
Model S.
Hmm.
I want a physical button. I've noticed I look too much over trying to find something. If I have a rotary knob or something very good, I've used Mercedes systems before with their rotary knobs, and those are pretty terrible. Touch Mercedes with touchscreen will probably be a lot better because it's a lot easier to navigate.
Yeah.
It's probably just getting used to it. For me with phones, I tell people to get if they want to try out Android because I love my Android. Try it out for a month. This one you probably have to try it out for a month, but if you're $1,000 phone, which you can probably sell for 900 after a month, versus a $96,000 car where you're locked into a 3-year lease, and if you want to get out of it, that's going to be a hefty early termination fee.
I mean, yeah, but like that's a looking number. Like that's such a specific thing. I feel like it's like to get to your point a little bit quicker. It's like you have to use it to get used to it, right?
Yes, and a
And the thing,
normal 10-minute test drive is not going to be enough to get used to it.
well, also it's just ease of use. There's some things like volume buttons. I feel like I don't know why they've done away with those. Even the steering wheel is fine and all,
See,
but
I don't care if it didn't have a volume button anywhere. If it was a digital one but I had a wheel one, I'd be fine.
yeah,
I on my expedition when I changed out the head unit, I missed the volume knob. It has buttons, but on my 3 Series, I almost never use the knob because I use the buttons on the wheel. It's so
well,
much
that's the
easier.
thing, right? Like for me, because like for my car, I'm looking at head units right now, and I'm the only head units I'm even looking at are ones with knobs. I don't want to deal with the tap 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 because if I need to quickly turn it off, whether I'm blasting music and I'm going to a quiet neighborhood or someone's asking me something like my passenger seat, I want to turn it down quick. It's easier to do. I do
Yeah.
like this white interior though. It does look very. It looks like
What
even though it's the exact same, it looks very different.
I just noticed, look at the wheel on this one,
Yeah, that was like the sport package wheel of some sort.
but the wheel on this one, it's like
That one's nicer.
6 spokes almost.
I like that wheel. I like that second wheel.
Is it? Are those screens in there? Are
Can you
those
zoom
gonna be
in?
a miniature? Okay,
I
thank
guess not.
you. Um, Sorry if I'm giving anyone like seizures.
Oh yeah, we're not responsible for any
Uh,
damages occurred while watching watch action videos. Check our lawyer.
right. Are those gonna be like little displays? Because I know I just recently drove a uh I completely forgot what it is. AMG GT 4-door,
Oh yeah,
and those have display buttons in the center console in this bay area. Are those
that I
gonna
don't
be
mind.
little
It
displays
depends.
there?
It
Because I
always
know
depends on the
Mercedes
car.
does it on the wheels. They have the rotary knobs for sports settings.
They could do that. I don't mind the rotary knobs too much. The rotary knobs are pretty cool, like the ones on the wheel. Those
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
two.
I love the
What
dash
else?
though.
What else this thing has?
Um,
Specs to 5 screens, OLED displays with
yeah,
real-time
with
eye
OLED
tracking.
burn-in, that's my main concern.
On lease cars, they don't really care. I feel
But still, after a year, you could have burn-in.
that's true. I mean, maybe if it's like a serious problem, because they could
It's
probably
gonna be
find
a
a way
serious
around that.
problem because it's an OLED panel.
That's true. I mean, we'll see what else they got.
Not like OLED is a new thing.
I mean, I
I
guess the final question is, would you buy one?
I don't like the styling.
I don't know how I feel about it.
My favorite S class was not last generation, but the one before that with the really big headlights.
Yeah, that one was too bad. I think if I was
I'll
to buy an S
say
class, if I had to buy an S class, it would be a coupe, just because I like the coupe better. I think the coupe's just a little bit more aggressive. I feel like with that really big, and probably not like an AMG coupe because I feel like those look the best.
I want that one.
So what, the old cannonball style car?
Yes.
Not
It
too
has
bad.
presence to it. Um, it's dated inside, but it's just luxury. It's comfort.
It's still comfortable, man. Anytime you drive an old luxury car, it's still got some comfiness to it.
Yes, it's not crazy high tech. Like it's that those are analog things, and it's the old what is it, Audi MMI or system or whatever it is.
Audi,
No,
Mercedes Benz.
Mercedes. What is it? What is Mercedes' infotainment
I don't know
system?
what they're. I don't know what they call it, honestly.
I want to say it's a MMI. No, that's Audi. Um, I want to say MV Tex, but I know that's their interior. Well, whatever their system is, it's terrible, but
Yeah.
it's a
I
good
mean,
car.
okay, so what else we got for the show? Talking
Well,
about luxury, we got another one.
if we're talking about luxury, let's go to the brand new BMW 7 Series, nicknamed the Rolls Royce Ghost.
Not bad.
Um, this one is the first Ghost that's not a 7 Series underneath, actually. It's a built on entirely new architecture.
Really?
Yep, there is nothing underneath it that is at all
Nothing
BMW.
BMW?
Nothing BMW underneath. That's at least what they're saying. Still powered by the V12. Um, one thing I was watching a video about, it is a fully hand welded aluminum exterior body
But why?
because it's a Rolls Royce and it can. Like, look at this picture right here.
That is a gorgeous car.
There's no roof gutters.
Oh, so it's all built in one piece, huh?
It's built in multiple pieces, and those are all hand welded, sanded down together, and they I have where is it right here? They sent out a person. Where was it? I need to find it. I love that. Um, I guess I didn't put in my notes, but they
It's
sent
fine.
out
It's
a
fine.
person to measure rain droplets,
What?
and they took those measurements on the rain droplets, and the window fascia, the silver trim,
Yeah.
is pushed out just enough width of a rain droplet so the water will go into those gutters and be guttered around the doors. When you open the doors, you're not going to get wet inside the vehicle.
That is crazy.
Um,
I mean, that's like such specific engineering, you know?
well, if you're spending $332,500 on a car,
It's the price of a small house.
starting, it's going to have some engineering into it.
Oh, absolutely.
One
I mean,
thing,
the Rolls Royce is like if you want to build your own car from the ground up, that's what you get.
yes.
I feel like, and this is probably gonna sound crazy. I feel like if you paid enough money to Rolls Royce, they would probably even do an engine swap for you. As dumb as that sounds,
Oh, in
I
my
wouldn't put
mind,
it past them to do something like that.
I want that. I still want their one of, I want to say 250 made, never sold, 6.75 liters V16 engines.
Oh my god.
I want to say they only put in two cars. One was a show car, and one was a Phantom Coupe. They put it in. I forgot what movie it was for. Um, it was a Mr. Bean movie, and what was it? Yeah, it was just beautiful. It was amazing. Oh, it was dope. But this is also the first Rolls Royce where the Spirit of Ecstasy is not on the front grille.
What is that then?
It's in
Where's
the hood.
in the hood? Oh, okay. I wasn't paying that much attention to the inside of the
Yep.
car.
It is it's on the hood. Um it's called the Lake of Bonnet, and the hood when you open it up, there's a cut in there so it can go on top, because normally there's a line going across the hood for where the Spirit is. They're
Oh,
able to pull the hood all the way forward so there's less lines to give it a more cleaner aesthetic.
I still, one of the things I want, I just want to go to a Rolls dealership or like wherever and just grab the Spirit of Ecstasy and then watch it fall in. I feel like that's one of the coolest, silliest.
That you would get kicked out so fast.
Oh, if I ask them, I mean, obviously I have to be
I
in the market.
doubt they'd still let you though, because they don't want to risk breaking in.
That's true, and setting off alarms and all that.
Alarms they can just turn off because we set off alarms in our showroom all the time.
No, that's fair.
But there is some BMW to this still.
Oh yeah, of course. It's using our iDrive 6.
Is running iDrive 6, and since iDrive 6 is not the latest iDrive 7 with over-the-air updates, it still does not have in your $300,000 Rolls-Royce Apple CarPlay or Android Auto.
Wow.
So you still have to Bluetooth your phone and use the BMW or navigation if you want to use navigation. In a Ghost, you're most likely driving it still. Sometimes you'll be chauffeuring it. If you have a Phantom, you're obviously being chauffeured.
Yeah. Although I mean, I just think I feel like this is a car that I actually have to drive to really appreciate.
Yes, it is a beautiful machine. I have a soft spot for Rolls Royce. I want basically something like that. I want a purple Rolls Royce.
I think
I want the
I want a
Phantom.
black badge Wraith. I feel like if I was going to get a Rolls Royce, that would be my Rolls Royce of choice. It's because I feel like the reason that car is so special is that you can make it super low key. You can, black everything out. You can murder it out, and it'll still break necks anytime you drive it.
Well, yeah, because it's a Rolls Royce.
It has so much presence.
Like,
ridiculous.
it's class.
It is. It is.
Like,
Well, I don't. I mean, I'm never say never. If I can one day afford one and have burnable money like that, I'll take one out for a lease. Shit, why not?
oh yeah.
I mean, see how much they're going for.
$300,000. Well, that's new.
Great black badge price.
Also, speaking of sound system, it has a 1300-watt amp with 18 channels and exciter speakers.
It's an exciter speaker. I know exciters in dance music terms, but not in
I need to look this up again.
Oh my god, I'm looking at a 2020 black badge right now. The price isn't even listed. So if you don't know, you probably can't afford it. This thing is beautiful though. I mean, it is an absolute treat.
I watched.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you ever do the Starlight headliner in your car?
Absolutely.
Do you want to do that one day?
I'm doing it in the Expedition one day.
Because I mean, now that I got my AC situation kind of sorted out, I'm kind of like down to mod my car, and I don't know what I want to do to it next.
In the Expedition, I will be doing a Starlight headliner as soon as I finish with my 3 Series. So once I do exhaust, wheels, paint the wing.
Dude, you can get a 2017 Ghost for 170. That's 2016 Ghost for $176,000.
That's not bad.
So, check my bank account. It's pretty bad, but for what you get, it's pretty crazy. I just have no idea what the maintenance costs on this would be like.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. Absolutely crazy. Well, it depends on how much you want to do yourself.
I mean, DIY is one thing, but at the same time, oh my god,
it's a Rolls Royce, so you probably don't want to touch a lot of it. But it's also BMW, so you can, because parts are going to be relatively cheaper than some other cars.
Oh, absolutely.
Comparing, I think 300,000 to a Ferrari versus 300,000 to a Rolls Royce, the Rolls Royce is going to be cheaper in the long run because it's not a small manufacturer like the Ferrari that doesn't really share components with their other partners like Chrysler, Fiat. Rolls-Royce shares parts with their partner of BMW.
Only a handful, though. I mean, that's like, it's not like Toyota, Lexus. It's not like Acura, Honda.
But it shares some of the components. I want to say it shares a lot of internal engine components like coils and stuff like that are shared.
Actually, I kind of want to skip ahead because I'm just looking through this. Can we go to the ex police department act threes?
Before that, I have something I didn't put in your doc. I'm jumping back a little bit to the luxury sedans.
Uh-oh.
So going back to the Mercedes, because obviously the Ghost is out of our budget. You could have the Mercedes S-Class, the BMW 7 Series, the Audi A8, or you could have a luxury sedan with 1,000 horsepower.
A Brabus?
Nope. 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds with a top speed of 200 miles an hour. What
It's
else?
not a Brabus.
Nope. It is also a Californian-based company, and it's all electric with 500
Fisker?
miles of range.
Fisker?
Nope. Their headquarters is here in Newark, California. It is the upcoming Lucid Air.
Oh, I've heard of Lucid. Shit. Lucid Motors.
Yep. They also can do the quarter mile in 9.9 seconds.
Wow. 9 second car.
Yeah, it's just a tad slower than a Hellcat. I'm gonna send.
That's nuts.
I want to put that in the doc for you.
Oh wow. I'm looking at their website right now. This car looks pretty clean. It's got some nice body lines.
Yeah, I'm sending you the.
It's got rubber band tires and looks like shit, but
the link is in the doc. I'm gonna pull it up right now. So yeah.
Oh yeah, September 9th.
An EPA rating of 500 miles on a single charge.
Okay, here's my first question. Here's my first question about
what?
About electric cars. Before we even get into this.
Okay.
No one is going to be able to top Tesla's architecture. Because Tesla's so far developed.
Already teamed up with Electrify America.
Do they have a lot of stations or not worldwide, nationwide?
Yes. Let's look at Electrify America map.
Because that's the one thing I keep going back to. Everyone's like, "Oh, other car companies can catch up," but can they really? Does Electrify America support Tesla? Like, do they have adapters or whatever?
Teslas have adapters for their cars.
Okay.
So this is the map of Electrify America right now. So they North and South Dakota, Wyoming, you're pretty much out of luck. But down below,
California, yeah, I mean, you can road trip. You can definitely road trip.
Definitely road trip cross thing. But
at the same time, road tripping is one thing, but also being able to commute is different. Like, because we're in Northern California, we have charging stations for things everywhere.
But also, it's 500 miles on a single charge.
You're right.
How often are you going to need to charge it? The Teslas can only do, I want to say it was like 400 max.
See, I would believe it. I just think that they should definitely put the car out on the street and get it in customer hands, and then start making big claims, because these are all crazy claims.
September 9th is the unveiling.
Okay.
And they're estimating to start shipping in early 2021 from their Arizona factory.
Not bad.
One small funny thing about it is Lucid is still not a publicly traded company.
I heard.
But if you look it up, there is a company out there on the market with the acronym LUCD.
I think I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that happening.
And it's an imaging company. I want to say like micro imaging for cells or health things.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. There was a whole thing where people shot that stock up for no reason.
That was one of them.
Oh my god.
It was like 50 cents
Yeah.
So I bought $25 worth, just throwaway money. So I have like 46 shares of this random company.
Mm-hmm.
It shot up to like $3.
Did you
So
sell?
I think I made like 500% profit. I was like, whoa. And I was like,
That's
oh,
pretty
I'll
good.
sell at $5, but then it went back down. So I think I think I still made like $5 out of it. I haven't sold. I buy and hold. So that's my random information about myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this car looks super clean. I kind of want one. I don't know about that rear end though. It's kind of like a weird chunky monkey back thing to it. It looks very fat in the back.
See if we can just go through these real quick. I gotta eat dinner soon. I'm getting messages saying I gotta eat dinner
Should have
soon.
ate
So.
before you came on. That's what I did.
Well, god damn it! No, it took a long time to eat. We're Indian. We take a long time to eat out here.
We'll start earlier. Okay, so what do you want to do
Wait,
next?
well, hey! I feel like next
Oh,
time we gotta
you
make
want to
sure
do
our little co-hosts actually shut the fuck up.
well? Do you want to jump into keep with the i3s or keep with the electric and go to the i3s?
Yeah, let's do the i3s real quick, and then honestly, let's table the rest of it for the next episode.
Boring. Okay. Thanks to Jalopnik. The Los Angeles Police Department, with their 100 i3s that they leased about 3 years ago, are now CPO vehicles with crazy deals.
That's crazy.
i3s when they were new, MSRP, and still now, because I just realized they're still making i3s. I thought they ended production on them.
I know they're still gonna make those. They're selling, aren't they?
Yeah, they're still making i3s because they ended production in the i8 earlier this year.
You get them for $15,000,
Yes,
dude. I want one.
new were 50,000,
So
and
wait,
these were
where can you buy them? Seriously, where can you buy them?
LA.
Okay,
They're
but
being
like, is
sold
there a
at this
site
one
online?
dealership in LA.
Which dealership? New
Uh,
Century BMW is what they're saying.
yeah. You can also get a 0.9% financing.
Oh my, dude, that will literally pay itself off with gas costs.
Yeah. Because these are also not registered as patrol vehicles because
They
they're
ain't
not the
patrolling shit.
fastest car in the world. They're really fun go-karts around the city, but once you get above 60, they don't have any more punch to them. I want to still say they're the fastest accelerating BMWs from like 0 to 10, and I was able to accelerate from 0 to, I want to say, 12 in its own car length. So these things will get up and go, but they're mainly used for, I want to say, like errands. I want to say like parking meters, stuff like that. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, I feel like it kind of was a
Absolutely.
waste of public funds.
Yeah. But I want to say they did get tax credits from the government, but it did cost 10 million for.
That's still a lot of taxpayer money. It doesn't matter how many funds you get. It's like that's still
is. Yes, because also BMW is a German company, so they're not really supporting the United States that much. But it did, I want to say, built out the infrastructure of electric vehicle charging, which will help U.S. citizens. So I guess there's like pros and cons to that.
That's true.
And
I mean, just looking at it, I mean, if they're non-patrol vehicles, then they'll be worth a good amount, and
yeah.
they'll be low mileage too.
Oh yeah, they're
9 to 20K, like you said.
This I saw one that was 9,400 miles.
New Century doesn't seem to have them at New Century BMW. You can't find them.
I want to say it's like under government vehicle.
Government vehicle. I don't see them on their site. I'll look more honestly, but.
Are you gonna get an i3? That'd be dope. I want that.
I would get an i3 just
that white and black color scheme is so clean.
That is.
Like I want that, but it looks.
I would get an i3 just because I like driving them. They're fun cars to drive.
i3s are super fun.
Like I mean, here's the thing. I would get if we didn't have COVID going on and this was still an option. I would totally buy an i3 for 15K.
Yeah.
because that's a hell of a car you get. Like,
It
you know,
is.
it's no frills, it just drives, it goes.
They're super fun. Like my next car is either going to be a manual transmission or an electric vehicle.
My next car, I mean, I always think about that. I feel like my next car, I'm honestly leaning more towards getting a newer F80, which is weird. I don't know. I do want to get an M car at some point because I've loved the M brand for so long.
Yeah.
I just think that if if good thing, if, I mean, I know the G80 is going to be a pretty good car, so if I can afford that, I would totally buy a G80. I just know that, but there's like a lot of personal things I want to take care of first before I start car shopping. You know.
And those are going to be expensive. Obviously, we're probably going to have dealer markups on them originally. Like
E46 M3. I feel like that will be a good step up for a couple of
E46.
years, but at the same time, it's like I want to drive my IS to the ground.
Yeah, the E46 is a pretty solid platform. I would still go E36 M3 if you're going to get an M car.
That's true. It depends on what I'm gonna use the car for. Like it, you know,
It's
one
cheap,
I need a
but
garage
more
spot.
fun.
Whatever car I get, I want to be able to, you know, fully paint correct and take care of the paint and make it look clean, or at least clean enough to like, you know, like if I was like to get ceramic coated, and then I can like take care of it every once in a while. Like I don't want to have a garage cleanup or anything, but I would like to have a nice, clean kept car.
Don't get a black car. They're a pain.
So I'd probably wrap a car black if anything.
I hate black cars.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like again, I think the color I probably get is something really simple. Either I get a really loud color or I get a really, or actually, I would get a black car, but then get XPEL that's matte, and it would look clean to me.
I hate black cars. It's a pain to keep clean. My
We'll
3
see.
Series is such a pain to keep
We'll
clean.
see what the next car is, man.
Do you want a 3 Series? Because there was a spider on it the other day, and I really don't want it anymore.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Sweet.
Hey, just toss the keys, drop it off outside, contactless, whatever.
There you go.
Sick. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm about to call it there because my ass is getting hungry, and we just stop the podcast because I got hungry.
Well, last thing I want to do.
What's up?
The Grand Tour. Delayed again.
No surprise. It's COVID season, bro.
It was originally supposed to be filmed in Russia. They already did the Madagascar filming. So they were editing the Madagascar. About 2 weeks ago on IMDb, they had a release date for September 4th. On September 3rd, they took down the release date, and no information about it has happened since.
I'm not surprised, man. Delays happen. I mean, the thing
Why?
is,
I want the show.
probably because you
Seaman
have
came out.
companies aren't making money, man. They're
Seaman
not.
came out a year ago. Why is it taking a year to release another special?
Who knows, man? Depends on them.
I want it. I need something to watch. I've been watching repeats, and they're good. I love them. But
Watch the NBA, man. I've been watching the NBA.
I don't care about basketball.
Basketball is great.
It's boring. I don't care about people just bouncing balls around. It's boring.
That's what you do in your bedroom every night. Anyways.
Whoa! Whoa!
Got him.
Whoa!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been this episode of The Law of Attraction. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Pay attention this long. If you did, you probably need a life because we're boring as shit. But we'll get better at this eventually.
We're not gonna get better.
We're gonna get better. I feel like if we do this in person and we like have like a common screen or something, I don't want to do it in person quite yet, just because we have to like get mics and all that set up. But
just use one mic and be super ghetto.
We're ghetto as it is. All right, thank you guys so much for watching.
My setup's clean. I don't know what you're talking about. Look at that. Like
I'm on a MacBook camera with a MacBook.
I'm using a Sony thing with a.
All right. That's enough of the flex. Anyways, I gotta go eat.
Windows-based PC.
Later, man. I gotta eat anyways. We'll cut the recording.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye.
Bye. All right, I'm headed out. I would stay longer. Fuck, I'm hungry as shit. I haven't eaten in like 8 hours.
Oh, boo-hoo. Why didn't you eat earlier?
I thought we were gonna record earlier, honestly.
Did you not read 7 was the earliest, possibly?
I thought we were gonna get like a text from one of them saying, "Hey, let's do it at 9." I don't know. God damn. All right. Later, man. See you later.